I'm Trace, this is London, and this is our daughter Bristol, and this is our birth story.
One of the big attractions to Overlake for me was I was actually born at Overlake like 30 years ago. So that was pretty cool to think that she could be born there too.
Growing up here in like the Issaquah, Bellevue area, almost all of my friends and their families have had their kids at Overlake, and I've never heard a bad story. It didn't seem real. Just all of a sudden, you know, seeing the head come out and stuff like that, and then seeing Bristol come out, and it just didn't, it felt like it was like a cartoon all of a sudden. It just didn't feel like it was a real thing. And
you got to do the, you know, big reveal, like it's a girl, and we both kind of had strong feelings it was a girl.
And then for me to then reveal like, oh, it's a girl, and then go right to like London's chest and stuff like that, and for her to then just start wailing, crying, and that's when it was like real. Like, oh my gosh, this baby's in this world. This is our child. And so it's just like a rush of emotion. I cried, so, and I'm decent at crying, so it was a pretty good cry.
They were so good about just like taking care of everything, handling everything. They did our first like sponge bath and was kind of just showing us how to do that. I was very overwhelmed. I didn't realize how overwhelmed I would be.
It was awesome just after like 24 hours, it felt like of being like up and like barely getting any sleep, to kind of just have that relaxing time where the nurses came and let us sleep, because they would come in and make sure to let us know when it's time to feed. They would make sure to, you know, like they said, show us how to do the sponge bath, but they were coming in, changing the diaper so that we could actually get some rest.
I remember when I had her and they're like, all right, breastfeed. I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about this. Like, I forgot that I have to breastfeed her. Like, how do I do that? I didn't look that up. But again, they were good about helping me through that.
You know, and I'd never changed a diaper before, so showed me how to change a diaper, all that, and came home with a lot more confidence than I had going to the hospital. So thinking like, oh my gosh, we're gonna be driving home, we're gonna have a baby, and we have no idea what we're doing. We still had no idea what we were doing because we were new parents, but I felt a little bit more equipped and a little bit more confident.
I had so many questions, and I didn't know all the questions that I had until I, again, experienced it. So it was great for me because Lisa, the nurse that helps with that, she's awesome. I'm so thankful for her just because she's helped us through a lot, answering questions, but also just being, she's very available. She remembers everything.
For future fathers, I would say, don't worry yourself to death, because I was getting like almost driving to the hospital feeling like sick, like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to do this, or I'm gonna do this, and like, just be so ready, and like Len was saying, like be so prepared for everything. But really when I got there, the nurses just kind of walked me through everything.
All the nurses that were helping us were great. We felt comfortable the whole time. Overall, I had a really positive birth experience.